what's the mission of KlimaDAO? Why did you and a bunch of people get together? When did you get together to start KlimaDAO?
Good question. So there's so much to unpack. The DAOs, like you said, we're shipping like crazy. We're doing so much, but the overall vision, the kind of guiding light for us, we want to accelerate delivery of climate finance to sustainability projects, right? So how we're doing that, we're scaling carbon markets, and we can unpack carbon markets in better detail later on. But really, we're trying to build liquidity on chain. We're tokenizing carbon assets. We're aligning incentives so that quality carbon can come on chain, so people have access to it. So ultimately, sustainability projects worldwide get greater access to finance. We can fight climate change.
Incredible. And we are going to dive into some of these topics deeper, but let's just stay at the high level in KlimaDAO for a second. I should ask it, KlimaDAO or KlimaDAO?
KlimaDAO.
Why the K? Where does it come from?
It's Greek. It's Greek for climate. Yeah. That was a shout out to Archimedes for coming up with that name.
Shout out to Archimedes. You're the first person to ever give a shout out to Archimedes. Okay. Take us back just for a second to the origin of KlimaDAO. When did KlimaDAO start? And maybe what have you guys achieved today at a high level? I know you guys have done so much, but just give us some high level numbers of what you've achieved today.
So I guess we were basically a bunch of entrepreneurs working on different projects in the carbon market and DeFi spaces. And we came together because we all sort of saw the same opportunity here. We saw the real advantage that Web3 and DeFi can bring. We saw an opportunity to align incentives using protocols in the same way that Olympus did, and to sort of incentivize carbon to come on chain that way. So that's where it all started, and it worked. And we've brought so far 17 million tons of carbon or carbon liquidity into our treasury as a DAO. Wow. We've got about 40 full-time contributors working with us, and many more working part-time or taking bounties.
Wow.
Yeah. So more impact than any of us could have imagined within, the last year and a half. I think total, there've been about 25 million credits tokenized. And keeping my ego in check, but I don't think any of this would have happened without KlimaDAO. So we're very proud of what we've accomplished. Now the focus is more on building out the tooling, making it easier for people to interact with what we're calling the digital carbon market.